What's going on, true believers? It's your man Believes. Guess what? Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, just said that he agrees with the sentiment of Jamie Dimon about the worth of Bitcoin. And guess what? As CEO of BlackRock, they have about $8 trillion in investment and a huge Bitcoin portfolio. So what he says out loud is not what he thinks for his investors. Now, here's a true story. Larry Fink is 5'6" tall, and that is the equivalent of 2 Joe Rogans. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
I'm married to the music like more to be on bricks. Even my lady call herself a side chick. I'm popping up like Orville Redenbacher on a flame conscious.
All right, true believers, CoinGecko has us trading at $2.528 trillion. That's a pretty good 1.7% increase to the previous day. We're starting to achieve new highs. 24-hour volume is $152 billion, which means things are definitely looking up. Bitcoin just hit 60,000 before doing a little bit of a retracement back. Ethereum, same thing. It's been hovering around 3,800. And today is not only Friday buy day. So if you are part of any one of these coins that I cover, it's Friday buy day. Buy $100 worth of your favorite crypto, and let's move those prices and get that price action. Get yourself a little bit of money because things are going to go parabolic, and the countdown is on. It is getting closer and closer and closer. One of the things that you're seeing right now is you see all this red, and as you go down this list, you're going to see just a lot of red because there's a lot of movement happening right now. That is the oxygen getting sucked out of every altcoin because of that Bitcoin move. There's very few altcoins that are pumping right now in a way that's appreciable. Same thing, Ethereum is just kind of hovering there. It's just kind of consolidating. People are starting to put their money into these because they know that this is one of those parabolic days. Now, the reason that that's a big thing is because $820 million of shorts are coming in today. This is not the biggest day, but it is a big day. And that means as long as we can continue to keep this price action up here and the shorts get wrecked, they have no choice but to buy in at the higher number. When they buy in at the higher number, that pushes the price up. So if you want to get a quick almost $1 billion into these two tokens, today's a good day to do it. So pay attention to what's going on in the market today. This should be a really nice day. Moving on. All right, Keanu Inu is trading at 1,470. That is down 1.5% to the previous day. The trading volume is pretty steady at $231,000, and the market cap is sitting at roughly $7.5 million. This dip right here that you're seeing, remember what happened at the dip 24 hours ago. 24 hours ago, we were sitting right here. We had a dip as well, and then what happened? This all happened. So this is Friday buy day, and this is one of those opportunities where you can amp in. Did I say amp? Son of a bitch. Amp is not moving at all. You can ape in and get yourself a little something to start moving this back to the green, because today could be one of those prime days. If you look right here and I start to take this and I move this out this way, and let's call that the bottom right now. Then we move this just a little bit. Let's get that bottom right there. And let's get this right here. And then we pull out just a little bit more, and we start to move these around, because sometimes you just got to move them. Now, let's take this out just a little bit. And you could see price action, gauging this as, 8 hours. So let's look 8 hours into the future. 8 hours from 8 o'clock is going to be 4 o'clock. So around 4 o'clock, which is right here, it's entirely possible that you're going to see about a 1,923, and that's from 1,470. These are just numbers. I'm just playing around with them. These are not hard numbers, by the way, because this looks like just a massive dump because of what's going on with Ethereum and Bitcoin right now. It looks like people are just going to move it over into something. But if you look right here and you start to do this, and you take a deeper look and start to put these together, then you see that we've hit that ascending triangle and we fell to the bottom. If we can recapture what that was and pull that back out and get moving back in the right direction, then that means that there is the opportunity right now for an absolutely parabolic movement. So that's the way the charts are looking. If you look here, you see this green right here. We just went out of a buy sentiment in the last couple of hours overnight. Again, as soon as I went to sleep last night, I started to hear rumblings of what's going on, and my phone woke me up because one of my altcoins had doubled and made an enormous profit in just in a couple of hours. So things are moving very fast in this market right now. Get your bag packed and let's start making some money, because today, Friday buy day, is the day that you want to do it. Moving on. All right, Hokk, you guys are trading at 35.66. That's down about 3% to the previous day. But guys, my numbers are still looking pretty up. If you move this just a little bit, because I made some changes to it just a little bit, but we start to hit a couple of these right here. Then we start looking at this up here, which, by the way, Mike Howard, soon to be multi-shillionaire. I'm sure you're taking your kids to Hilton Head Island to have a shill party. I'm not sure, maybe, but I called every one of these. You guys, I'm telling you right now, this bounce back that you're starting to see right here, this might be a little bit muted. I'm not sure that you guys are going to make that big up like you did yesterday off of it, but the numbers kind of look like you've got an opportunity to hit a little over 5, maybe up to 51. There's a big move at play here, but it's going to take all day long because there's a lot of shorts happening today, 820 million, as I mentioned earlier. So there's a lot going on. This market's going to do something, and it might be a parabolic move to the upside. My altcoins have been going crazy just overnight, and my phone was going crazy. I could barely even sleep. And you know what? I don't have this set exactly right, but you get my point here. I think when you start to look at it, that's a little off. Let's just say that's the upside. This right here probably is a little bit better. So we're still looking at, in a couple of hours, about 5,000 all over again. So guys, it is Friday buy day, and what they do in another token is they buy $100 worth of crypto, and it's from this product. So if you put your Hokk in right now for $100, you're gonna start to move it. You're gonna start to see a little price action, and then when you start to see that, other people are gonna see it, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, good, I need to do something about this. I need to get in on whatever action is happening right now." And the next thing you know, you start to go parabolic, and you make that big move up yet again. You guys have been doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. Moving on. Sanshu, you guys are trading at 31.93. That's down about 27% to the previous day. And guys, I cannot stress this enough. Listen to me. Put your listening ears on, as my teacher used to tell me. Everything is about to go crazy. When you look at your tops and you look at these, you broke support. Everybody's breaking support right now. And the reason that they're breaking support is because there's so much action happening in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So don't cause this to be something where you're going to lose your faith in what's going on. Your number probably should have stuck right about here, but as you can see, there was just a big cascade of sell-offs in the last couple of hours. That's the European market. These guys are taking profit right now, and they're putting it over into Ethereum. They're putting it over into Bitcoin. A lot of people, especially the traders who are going to buy and sell all day long, the non-faithful hoes is what I always call them. But those people, what they're doing right now is they're moving that money because they want to get that parabolic lift. They're going to bring that money back. When they bring that money back, and it usually ends up a little bit later today. And guys, just so you understand, there's a floor that happened right here, and you guys busted. You guys busted through that, and you went all the way down here on the downside. But that does mean that there is support right now for an enormous sort of upside lift, getting you guys in, I think, about 5,200 level. So if you want to almost double your money, this is not financial advice, but if you want to almost double your money, there are a lot of plays that you could make that could be a lot worse. than what Sanshu has going on right now. And if you're one of those faithful people that holds, then it's Friday buy day. Go out there and buy yourself $100 worth of Sanshu. Make sure that you're contributing just a little bit to make this market move. And when people see these meme coins start to pump just a little bit, everybody else sees the same thing. Moving on. Oh, one more thing. Almost forgot. There is a video chat that starts tomorrow, and it will be at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Set your clock by it. Moving on. All right, Floki Vikings, the run-up is about to start. You guys are trading at 61.95. That's down about 12% to the previous day. This was a long cascade of correction that's happening, but still not a down. Still not going down. This is just your normal correction right here. In fact, if you look, and I'm sure Dex has probably already told you guys, this really just looks like this right here, which caused you to get one more leg up. Now, testing 7,000 seems to have been a little bit of a struggle because the support line is really around the 6,300 right here. The amount of support that you have at this level is just right about now at best. Your line is about 67, 6,800. So it looks like you guys are probably at least going to pump up to test that before the announcement and the video chat, which starts at noon today, which is 4 hours and 27 minutes away. I'm assuming that all of the excitement that Saber couldn't stop going on and gushing about in the last couple of days, maybe we're going to get a big announcement today, and it's an opportunity for a nice little run-up. So, guys, it is always crazy in the Flokiverse. It is always, let me say it again, it's always crazy in the Flokiverse. Nothing ever stops. And there is an article out through Medium about Valhalla, the upcoming NFT Floki game, and there is going to be a major burn element to that, which means that there will be Floki taken out of circulation, and they anticipate that it's going to be at a fairly rapid rate, which means your Floki is about to get way valuable. So guys, hold it tight, caress it, wrap it around your neck, do whatever you got to do, but make sure you hold on to your Floki bag. Otherwise, you are a seller, and sellers get wrecked. Also, today's Friday buy day, so do yourself a favor. Stuff a little bit more in your bag. Also, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they are having a movement right now, which is why you see some of this cascade right here. It won't last very long. Everything will start to come back in here, and it will go parabolic, and you don't know exactly when it's going to happen. The best you can do is make a guess, and I'm not guessing for you, but it's going to be relatively soon that you're going to start to see a big upward momentum. But you heard it here first. Well, probably second, because Dex probably already beat me to it. But you heard it here second. Moving on. All right, Saitama Wolfpack trading at 13.19. That's down about 2% to the previous day. But guys, this is one of the greatest accumulations that I have been part of. And this, guys, you just really have to look at this. If you are having any kind of doubts because you've been sitting at 1,300, 1,500 for about a week right now, I want you to start to move out of the chart. I want you to start moving out of the chart. When you start to pull back, what are you looking for? You're looking for some price action that shows a peak, and then you're looking for a dip. And what does that mean? That means that there was that sell-off, there was that cascade. And what that means is that the bears were winning because the bulls were no longer in control. The bulls are what control run-ups like this right here, like this right here, like this little one right here, like this little one right here, like this little one right here in the beginning. And you can't see them because they're so small compared to where they are right now, but those were parabolic moves. Now, what you see right here is a little accumulation, and then you see the bears started to make a push. The bears made a push. Then you get the bulls took over, and the same thing happened. You got a nice little lift up here, but you're just matching this high number here around 1,400. There's a consolidation happening right now, and when you start to look at this, what you are seeing is that there's a fight between 1,200 and 1,400 right now between the bulls and the bears in the Saitama Wolfpack universe. And what's happening right now, this is called a consolidation. You guys are creating a floor that is so high that it's set to explode. What you normally see right here is followed by a parabolic move to the upside. Bitcoin and Ethereum right now are doing their thing, so that's why you're seeing a little stalling in this market right now. It's first thing in the morning, and the GWEI is up to 93. It's usually around 60 or 70 right about now. This is a dead time before the U.S. market wakes up. So any moment now, you're going to start to see this thing take off. And when I say any moment, I don't mean in the next hour or so. I am not certain about that. What I am certain about is there is going to be a massive liftoff. And when it happens, I hope you had your bag packed because it's going to get crazy. Moving on. All right, Kishu, this is what's going on right now. You're trading at 30.97. That's down about 12% to the previous day. But you got to look right here. This cascade of sell-off that's happening right now. People are taking a little bit of profit, but over the last few hours, what you've seen is a cascade of sell-off that is attributable to the parabolic movement that's happening right now. And the top tier of the altcoins, you're starting to see a lot of strong support for Ethereum. A lot of money's being moved into it right now to fight around 3,800. You're looking at a lot of money moved into Bitcoin right now. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, they were predicting 50 to 52,000. It didn't even get close. It stayed maybe about 56,000 for a short period of time. And now we're back up and we're testing 60,000. Bitcoin went over 60,000 a little while ago. So that money that disappeared, that's where it was going. Now, this green candle that you're seeing in the last hour, that's the smart money because they saw that this is a massive dip right here. And I think if you bought at 23.52, you are going to love it in a few hours because this right here is that's that line that's going to show you where you're going. And when you start to pull out here and move it up here, then you are headed to 5,000 at a guess. So that was an opportunity for you to have doubled your bag. Now, it's not financial advice. I'm not telling you what you should do with your bag because you can also make it a reasonable argument that there is a downward momentum happening right now. But I think that we're seeing that as kind of a false, like a false thing because of what's going on at the top. So, guys, get your bag packed because it is about to go crazy on Kishu. I told you guys you would be the first one to go parabolic. Shiba's going to go up. Shiba's going to have its moment. It's more in the altcoin universe. It's going to have that moment. But it's not part of us anymore. Kishu is the one that's going to lead us all, and it is going to go crazy, and it's just about ready to happen, especially because you broke support, and that support is around 3,300. So, guys, you're sitting at 31 right now. You're going to keep seeing up, 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 up. So, that's all I got for right now. Moving on. Oh, today is Friday buy day, so make sure you buy $100 worth of Kishu to support this cause that shows price action, that shows people that there are constant investors involved, and that creates enthusiasm. When you create enthusiasm, you create opportunity. Use that opportunity to make yourself some life-changing money. Moving on. All right, StarLink troopers, you guys are trading at 12.88. That's down about 17% to the previous day. And I don't know if you believe in a higher power or not, but if you do, today would be the day to thank him for this buy opportunity because I can tell you right now, this support level that you guys have around 1,300 is a very nice one. But the one down below that was around 1,000, and you guys built a nice level of support at that. And now you've had pumps, then you had another pump, then you had another pump, and another pump is coming. The reason that you're seeing this downtrend right now is because the parabolic movement that has been building up with Bitcoin and Ethereum started to happen. You saw the beginnings of it, and that meant that a bunch of people, not you, who are the faithful and the loyal, the ones that are going to be there at the end, but the people that are coming in and out right now, they're pulling their money because they're moving it over to these stable coins because that's what's going on right now. And they're going to ride that for just a little bit longer. Today is shorts get wrecked Friday, so that's going to happen. But today is Friday buy day, so buy yourself $100 more of StarLink so that you are supporting the cause. Your daily volume, 4.4, is up. I saw you guys at 2.7, 2.8. Around 3 million for a long time. Now that volume continues to click upwards. So what's happening right now is a great buy opportunity. You see this red right here. It's not going to last, and you guys are going to be at 1,800 not much longer. So also, in just a few hours, I think about an hour or two on my watch, there's going to be the auctions for the living modules. Well, auctions. There's going to be an opportunity to buy some more living modules and 3 very special bonus luxury units, which are going to be auctioned off. And if you go into Telegram right now, go to the Twitter, then you'll be able to make that purchase and get yourself a little bit of space. And then you could be the next Captain Kirk. Moving on. All right, Boss Token, you guys are trading at 1609. That is down about 16% to the previous day. And I know what I told you yesterday, and I said you were in a good place because there's a nice consolidation that's happening around this 1800, 1900 line. And then you were able to find a cascade of paper-handed hoes for about 2 hours yesterday who did a massive sell-off, took some profit, and put you guys a little bit lower than you wanted to be, but there was a nice little leg up right here at 1600. Now it seems that it's stagnated just for a little bit, and that's because there's support at this line right here that will support you to this next leg up. And one of the things that's happening right now, if you're not paying attention to the market, is Ethereum and Bitcoin have started to make moves. They're each up fairly well. Bitcoin just passed $60,000 for the first time since April. So you're starting to see a lot of stuff happening at the top, and that means that the money comes out of us down here as it goes into those markets for just a little while. Then when that starts to stall, those people are going to move that money to the altcoins, and the altcoins are going to pump just a little bit. And then the next thing you know is all that money is going to start coming back here, and things are going to start to get crazy. You guys are in this consolidation phase, but guess what? Everything is going towards the upside right now. We are just waiting for that key signal for that parabolic move that takes us way up. So have some faith. Understand that this is the nature of this market. The moves are coming. It's going to take a little bit of time, but you guys are in a great place. And like I continue to tell you, and I remind you of every single day, Boss Tracker is a gem of a product that is going to change a lot of perception on what you can do with a token, with a utility. And you just got announced for a new centralized exchange. There will be an announcement soon. Zero Waiting says that the first CEX listing to be announced soon. Then, of course, there's the preview of Boss Track. And there's an update video on his YouTube channel, so go check it out. There's over 4,000 holders reached. Then there's a Boss Track DApp. Excuse me. That's circuitous zero. You got me there. But a lot of good things to happen. Have a little patience, have a little faith, and this market is about to correct itself, and you guys are going to get sent. Moving on. All right, guys, I don't want to get off on a rant here, but today is Shorts Get Wrecked Friday. There's $820 million in shorts on the table right now. That doesn't even include the longs. But what that tells you is, remember, by the way, when we were talking about this initially, we were talking about it in the billion terms. So the shorts are no longer in charge. They are not the ones that are dictating the market. They are the ones that are continuing to get wrecked. And the reason that you know that is because the last time I did this, it was $1.3 billion. Now we're down to $820 million. That means that people are starting to believe again in these markets, and they're starting to bet on the longs for it to go up during that period of time. And just a kind of an idea here. The longs and the shorts, these guys, they're the ones that are trading crypto and they're buying it on spec. That's how you stake, and that's how they make all this money. And that's why if you stake your crypto, then that is really how you make a little bit of money off of it, because you are loaning your crypto out to people so that they can do that. So that's a good thing. That's why your interest rates are high. And when you look at your staking rates and you see how high that they are on some of these products, and you understand that that is the reason, because these guys know what they're doing. And when they start to give you signals that say that they are no longer interested in shorts and that they're starting to go long, that means that this market is primed for a lift. Now, a lot of you are asking, where is your money today? Because A lot of these meme coins have started to correct a little bit. StarLink had a little bit of a dip too. These are great buy opportunities. These are not the short-handed, oh no, something bad's happening. That's just what the fudders will tell you. Don't worry about what they say because they don't know shit. What people do know is that Bitcoin touched $60,000 just a few minutes ago. Ethereum was over 3,800 almost all night long. It's sitting at 3,780 right now. So the money is pulling itself from the altcoins going into these two as they make a big fight so that everybody can make a little bit of profit off of it because they feel that this move is going to be parabolic for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then once everybody starts to take their profits, what are they going to do? They're going to pull back out. They're going to put it back in their favorite altcoin, which means the altcoin market is going to move. And then after the altcoin market moves, that means that we're going to see another big test pump in the meme coin verse. We are not in phase 4. We are still sitting in phase 1, and it's a prolonged phase 1. But all of the indicators, all of the numbers, everything that says what is going on right now says that you got about a month or two at the most before you start to see life-changing gains just coming out of every token that's out there. The time is ticking. You're on the clock at this moment. There is a lot of money out there, and there's a lot floating in. And people are real happy today because if you've been reading down here across the bottom, I mentioned and I put it out there today that Bitcoin ETF is going to be approved, and that's on October 18. The rumors are that it will become a thing. Now, this is not an actual Bitcoin ETF. This is just an ETF that will allow for trading of the stocks of the companies that invest in Bitcoin. So we're not at an actual Bitcoin ETF, but it's still an exciting time and an opportunity for people to see what Bitcoin can do, especially for those companies. Michael Saylor has been a proponent. Tesla and Elon Musk, they've been a proponent. So you're going to start seeing a lot of these companies show up on this ETF, and as their books grow, because Bitcoin grows, especially if Bitcoin does what everybody's expecting it to do right now, then you're going to see a huge movement to the upside, and then you're going to see a whole lot of rich people wanting to put their money in. And at the end of the day, remember, by 2032, there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin maximum, and you can probably bet that about 1 million of them are in cold storage wallets that we will never see again because they're lost. So there's at least 21 million, and there's 47 millionaires in the world right now, not including you guys next year. There's 47 million millionaires. So that means that there is not even one Bitcoin for every millionaire. Think about that for just a second. How much would you pay for a Bitcoin if you knew that it was a digital store of gold and you had a lot of money? So you can see why the number at some point will get parabolic. The money is going to continue trickling into this market, and then it will flood into this market. And when it does, we are all going to be at the bottom. We're still on the ground floor of the crypto space. We don't even have CBDCs out there where they're appreciable. You're starting to see them happening. Russia announced that it's going to happen in there. So there's a lot of things that are happening, but they haven't really happened yet. When you start to see a Bank One digital crypto, when you start to see a Wells Fargo digital crypto, when you start to see Bank of America digital crypto, when you start to see a JP Morgan Chase crypto, that's when you know that mass adoption is about to happen. When you start to see those things happen one after the other, then it will be all over, and we will be, instead of talking about a $2.528 trillion market, we're going to be talking about a $25.28 trillion market. That's how much money there is out there, and that's how much money there will end up being in this market. And if you don't think that that is going to be life-changing, you don't understand it. But that's my time, guys. Let's have a good weekend. I won't see you guys again until Monday, so be good. Do your Friday buy day, and we'll see you on Monday.
Been around since the 80s and wasn't always cool, especially with the ladies. I was a damn fool. Dad was an alcoholic. Mama, she had to leave him. Grew up around the fighting, the fussing, cussing, and cheating. That's when I started breaking all of the rules, selling drugs and robbing people. I was kicked out of school. I was a bad kid, tearing shit it up. Sleeping on couches with 40 bottles and cigarette butts.